Hi friends, welcome back. Episode 2 of the B-Roll series. Today's topic, equipment. One of the number one questions I've been asked is, does equipment matter? And I'll be the first one to tell you, yes and no. I'll give one example for each. Does equipment matter? No. With the application of putting an image on a billboard. I always thought you would need a professional 100 megapixel, the biggest megapixel camera out there, take the photo, put it on the billboard, right? Wrong. Well, actually, Apple put an image on a billboard, and on the bottom right corner it said, shot on iPhone. Now, smartphones typically have 12 megapixel image capability, and they were able to put that on a billboard. So does equipment matter? No. That's one example. Does equipment matter? Yes, with the application of creative editing. You cannot edit a 12 megapixel file the same way you can edit a 100 megapixel file. And what I mean by this in short is, when you're in Lightroom or Photoshop or whatever your editing software is, you have your sliders. Well, you'll have a much broader application for each slider with the light or the contrast or the color or the dynamic range with a larger file than you would a smaller file, because the file size has less pixels and data to work off of. That's it. So those are a few examples of does it matter? Yes and no. But some of the key pieces of equipment that I use daily are these three. Number one, a tripod. Get yourself a nice, sturdy tripod, something that's trustworthy, that your equipment is secure to, that it's easy accessible, that you're able to get the legs nice and sturdy so that you can have a good foundation. Some of them even have a hook where you can place a bag or a weight. This is great for landscape. Not only for landscape, all my portrait work, I use a tripod. Number two, prime lens. I am not a salesperson. I'm not sponsored, but I have shot with and without prime lenses. And I will tell you that when you pixel peep, when you zoom in, when you look at the picture quality, the file quality, you can see a substantial difference with a prime lens in comparison to a non-prime lens. Lastly, your camera body itself. I went with a 60 megapixel because I was doing very creative editing, but now I'm very thankful that I have chosen this body because it offers very large files, and if I needed to crop or if I needed to print large, there's a lot of benefits in choosing a high resolution body that produces these files. Again, my name's Jeff. Thanks for joining. Hope you are enjoying this episode series, and we'll catch you next time with a new topic. And it'll be episode 3 then, I guess.